The two merchants. Long ago, Sanya, a poor merchant of Hyuga, went on a journey with another merchant. It was a hot day and they were going along a lonely mountain road. They walked and then decided to rest for a while under a tree. They lay in the shade of a tree by the side of the road, and the friend quickly fell asleep. While Sanya watched his friend sleeping, he saw something strange. A bee came, went in, and then darted out of one of the man's nostrils. That was strange, Sanya thought. But then the bee returned again, moved around the man's face, and then disappeared. The friend awoke and said, "I had a weirdest dream just now." "What did you dream?" Sanya asked. He replied, "It might have been in a mountain near here that I found a valley which was full of gold while I was walking around." The merchant who bought a dream. "That was truly a good dream," said Sanya. "Please sell that dream to me." "What does a dream amount to?" exclaimed his friend. "How much will you pay for it?" Finally, after some persuasion and negotiation, Sanya bought the dream from his friend. He traveled in search of the region and went over mountain after mountain, searching every day as watchfully as he could. At last, he discovered the gold mine called Toruku. During Sanya's generation, it yielded as much gold as had been dreamed. He became the richest man in Kyushu. He also gave a lot of gold to his friend from whom he bought the dream. The strange thing was that when Sanya died, there was an earthquake and the mountain crumbled down. Presently, there is only a swamp left. Plum Tree Estate. Once upon a time, there was a Choja named Sukimon at Nameshida village in Oshu. There was a tradition in their family that was carried down from generation to generation. It was that no matter how poor they became, and even if the times were so bad that they had to sell their estate, they were reprimanded to sell the plum tree that grew in the front yard. They were to be sure to dig it up and take it with them, whatever happened. Sukimon thought that he could never become poor. But times changed and he became poor and had to sell his estate. However, Sukimon did not forget the tradition of his forefathers, and he decided to dig up the plum tree to take it to the little neighboring estate where he was shifting. While they were digging, the spade suddenly struck a huge old earthen jar with a click. Taking off the lid, they found a heap of gold coins. The estate disappears. Everyone in the house was overjoyed and took out the gold coins to pay off their debts. Now, they did not have to sell their estate. Moreover, they bought a new estate, which was more splendid than their earlier estate. They were again rich. There were still other old plum trees on this estate of Sukimon, which they left behind. The descendants remembered the story of the gold coins, which came out of the jar under that tree. So they passed their days comfortably in luxury. They took everything easily and did nothing. With whole family lazing out and doing nothing, they began to become poor. Quickly, they started digging at the roots of other plum trees. One by one, they dug under all the trees, but they did not find any treasure. At the end, the house and all the plum trees disappeared. What was left was only a patch of garden, but people continued to call it Plum Tree Estate.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.